Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. This is Livid Terminator in the T-54 Soviet Tier 9 medium tank. He's in a Tier 10 battle on the Westfield map, and Livid Terminator is actually kind of new to the T-54. In fact, he's grinding his way up to the Object 140 and he really hasn't played this tank very much. The T-54 has a reputation for excellent mobility, however, just watch this. Note the FV4202, a British medium, that does not have a reputation for excellent mobility, but with its significantly better power to weight ratio, it's actually overtaking the T-54 on the incline, and the T-54 doesn't start making up the difference again until the slope flattens out a little. The T-54's reputation for excellent mobility is well deserved, although it is no longer the mobility king that it used to be, and I'm talking way back. At the same time, I don't think anybody would take me seriously if I were to try to make the claim that the T-54 had been affected by power creep, because, well, you know, it's still got it where it counts. It's still a very capable tank. And yeah, just in case there was any doubt whatsoever that you were in a Tier 10 battle, the gold spam has already started, and it ain't gonna stop anytime soon. Do you know what the original nickname for the T-54 was in World of Tanks? And I'm talking way back in the closed beta test, back when there were only two Tier 9 medium tanks in the game. There were no Tier 10 mediums at all. The German Tier 9 was the Panther II. The E-50 wasn't even a twinkle in the game designer's eyes at that point, and the T-54 was known as the UFO. And not because of the vaguely saucer-shaped turret. It was called the UFO because it was so fast, capable of zipping around the maps at the unthinkable breakneck speed of 56 whole kilometers per hour. The thing is, the net code back then was so poor, and the general internet infrastructure was so poor that the game server couldn't keep up with how fast the T-54 was going, so it would just kind of teleport around the place. 1 second it would be in one spot, and then by the time the game server had updated, it would suddenly be somewhere else, making it next to impossible to shoot. I mean, if you thought the EBR-105 was bad, and it is, it was nothing compared to what the T-54 was like 10 years ago. Imagine, if you will, a time when the T-54 was considered the most brokenly overpowered tank in the whole of World of Tanks. The T-54 was the whole reason allegations of Russian bias crept into the game. My, how things have changed. Unfortunately, this is the part of this particular battle where things do get a little bit stagnant for a few minutes, and is probably the part of the video that's going to generate the most hate in the comments, because, yep, the previously exciting and dynamic gameplay has now just evolved to a pair of Tier 9 mediums with extremely tough turrets in hold down positions, seeing who can successfully sling the most gold at each other. Something where the E-50 definitely has the... Oh, hang on a second. What? Really? What was that all about? That was a thing that happened. Well, he's going to get away, though. Is he? No, he's not. But yes, the E-50 definitely has the advantage here, not just because it has better gun depression, so it's better able to take advantage of a hold-down situation like this, but it's also more accurate, making it better able to hit the weak spots that it's going to have to hit, even with gold ammo, like that, and that was really Livid Terminator's mistake, turning his turret in order to get a shot at the Renegade, giving the E-50 an actual flat surface to shoot at. And of course, because he had the gold loaded himself, which was high explosive anti-tank, it just went into the Renegade's tracks without doing any damage whatsoever, so yeah. One thing at a time, Livid Terminator. See, his problem is that his high explosive anti-tank gold ammo is entirely capable of going through the front of the turret face of the E-50, but he doesn't have the accuracy to reliably be able to hit it. Likewise, the E-50 has either run out of gold, which is entirely possible, or he's getting frustrated with not being able to snipe the commander's hatch weak spots on the top of the T-54's turret, so he switched to high explosive. This is kind of like watching Donald Trump and Bill Gates in a slap fight. This, of course, is exactly the kind of situation that Wargaming want you to get in, because when you've got two opponents slinging gold at each other across an open field, the only winner is going to be, well, you know, Wargaming. And yes, I've heard the argument that you can buy gold ammo for credits and have been able to for years, but if you're spending 100,000 credits per game on your ammunition resupply, how exactly are you going to finance that kind of expenditure? Well, it looks like the E50's run out of money for the moment, and there's a 59 Patton making a run along the valley floor there. He's on full health. I think he's probably not going to be on full health for very long, because I'm fairly sure that that opposite ridge line has not yet been cleared. And he is about to run into a very nasty crossfire. But still, maybe Livid Terminator can take advantage of that. Yep, the 59 Patton's already taken hits. Nope, you're going to have to go for it, Terminator. They're on the opposite side of the ridge. And this could be risky. Although, maybe the enemy tanks were busy shooting up the 59 Patton from the northern end of the valley ridge will be occupied. Oh, nice. Artillery took the E50 out. The 59 Patton succumbed to the Renegade on the opposite slope. And there's the Barask. Try and get out of there before artillery reloads. Livid Terminator caught him. He is spotted, of course, so manoeuvring both to avoid any enemy artillery fire and also get himself possibly out of the line of sight of the Renegade that finished off the 59 Patton, and he seems to be good. Right then. Oh, there's the Renegade. And you've got to be kidding. He's still got a fair amount of health. Oh, what is going on? He had the opportunity to kill this guy, but the shots are just not happening. And any second now, he's going to go unobserved. Did that one do damage? Don't know. By using the trees, he was able to get those shots off undetected, however, but now he's going to have to reacquire that target. Now, oh, the last shot did go in. And he's got the kill. Well, that's World of Tanks for you. A flat side of the target to shoot at. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Sniping the hatch of a hull down target at 400 metres. Got him. You couldn't make this up. I was wondering there for a minute why he didn't head down the hillside into the enemy base and maybe take the artillery out, but well, somebody did take a shot at him from the other side of the valley over there, so driving down the open hill on the other side of the railway viaduct probably would not be a great idea. So, yeah, playing it safe like this does make sense. There's a lot more concealment on this side. And he hasn't been spotted. Although, he hasn't seen anything either. Enemy artillery just took out the IS-3A, which means they've managed to equalise the kills, but they do have a 1,000 hit point-ish health advantage. Keeping an eye open, he knows artillery's down there somewhere. The positions of the remaining enemy tanks have more or less been spotted. Unfortunately, they're getting spotted when they open fire and kill friendly tanks. They're ahead of kill. He's got to nail that Progetto 54. He's the one doing most of the spotting for the enemy artillery that's just actually scored a fairly respectable hit on the E75. But he's managed to take out the Progetto. That's good. And of course, artillery did just fire, which means he doesn't have to worry about taking a high explosive hit. Pumps a shot into the Waffenträger Panzer IV. Can't help but feel the high explosive would have been a better ammunition choice there, but it wouldn't have killed him either way. Artillery spotted, but tucked in behind a building, can't hit him from here. The scores are once again even, but the enemy team have extended their health advantage by 2,000 hit points. Pretty much everybody on Livid Terminator's team is very low on health. And with the entire remaining surviving tanks on the enemy team consisting of tank destroyers with really big guns and a tier 10 artillery, nobody on Livid Terminator's team is anxious to stick their noses out and get spotted, especially considering they're all on extremely low health. Oh, there's the Rheinmetall Borsig. Oh, that was a big hit. But it could have been bigger. That was the 128mm gun. If it had been the 150, he'd be dead, and if that had been an average damage roll, he'd have been dead. Unfortunately for the Borsig, Yeah. Oh, he's missed. He's missed the follow-up shot. He's got to go for it. I hope he doesn't wreck himself on the incline. And he's got him with a little bit of help from the artillery. And now he has to keep moving. Because there was a T-28 prototype up there. And I'm actually surprised artillery hasn't poked its nose out and tried to finish him. Because it very easily could. Props to the friendly artillery, by the way, who saw a teammate in serious trouble and did his level best to help out. Of course, there's no friendly fire in World of Tanks anymore. In the past, artillery would have taken that shot anyway, and would almost certainly have killed Livid Terminator. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The T-28 prototype appears to be completely unaware of the fact that there was a life and death struggle going on behind him between a T-54 and a Rheinmetall Borsig. So this is going to be easy. I mean, it's got a turret, technically, but it doesn't rotate 360 degrees. So this is going to be an easy kill, but at the same time I have to ask, what the hell is enemy artillery doing while he's just... Oh, there it is. Its gun's pointing this way. Could it? Wow. 16 health. Takes an artillery splash. 0 damage. I think it's fairly safe to say that while I'm not trying to take anything away from Livid Terminator's game, he definitely had more than his fair share of luck in this match. But it doesn't really matter whether or not you think somebody got their Ace Tanker and Radley Walters medal through luck, skill, or a combination of both. Personally, I think it was a combination of both, because at the end of the day, he's still got an Ace Tanker and a Radley Walters medal. Although that was a very expensive engagement with the E50 at the top of the Eastern Ridge. And yet, surprisingly, Livid Terminator still finished this match with a profit. Although that's only because of his personal reserves and his mission bonuses. If not for those, he would have lost money on this game. And unfortunately, that's not going to get any better when he gets to the Object 140 at Tier 10. Nevertheless, I wish him luck, and thank you for sending this battle in. I hope everybody else enjoyed it. And as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.